Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to NBCC India Limited Q3FY22 results conference call hosted by ICICI Securities Limited. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in listen-only mode. There will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star and 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Anshuman Ashit of ICICI Securities. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thanks, Tanvi. Good day, everyone, and on behalf of ICICI Securities, I welcome you all to the Q3 FY22 post-results conference call of NBCC India Limited. Today, we are pleased to host the senior management of NBCC, represented by Mrs. P.K. Sokhi, Director Finance, Mr. Rajendra Chaudhary, Senior Executive Director Engineering, Mr. Pawan Kumar, Executive Director Engineering, and Mr. Pradeep Sharma, Chief General Manager Engineering. The call will begin with brief remarks from the management, post which we'll open the floor for the Q&A session. I would now like to hand over the call to Mrs. Sokhi for her opening remarks. Thank you, and over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Good afternoon and welcome to all the participants in the investors call of NBCC. And your company is able to achieve the total income of 1508 crores and perform significantly better in operating margins and registered the growth in the EBITDA of 34.33% and profit before tax 10.37% in the third quarter FY 2021 to 22 in comparison of previous year's quarter results respectively. At consolidated level, company has secured the new business of rupees 6 to 9 crore approximately and rupees 4760 crore at standalone level as on the current date in the current financial year 21-22. Company has been able to award the works of rupees 1921 crore in the financial year 21 to 22. And on standalone basis and on consolidated basis, we could be able to achieve the target of award the worth of 2920 crores. And I will also put a little focus on our overseas business. And we have been very close to get the Burundi Parliament and ministerial work. And the details will be shared by our business development head, Mr. Pradeep Sharma, for other projects also. And as regards the 3 GPRA redevelopment projects, our main project going on is Nauroji Nagar project, where the company has sold the commercial inventory of 538 crores in FY 21-22. Despite of pandemic, which makes the total sale of 4177 crores out of the total inventory of 12,000 crores in this project itself. And the construction work is progressing well, and we have been able to achieve the 40% of the work has so far been achieved. And I will also put some focus on the Amrapali project, where the total work so far has been executed is rupees 806 crores, including the 291 crores executed in the third quarter for FY 21-22. And we have also appointed the channel partner for the sale of the unsold inventory. And the sale has since been started, and some bookings have been done by the channel partners, and it is in progress. And now the detailed questions will be answered by our team of business development, our senior executive director headquarters, and our executive director coordination. So kindly now the floor is open for the question and answer.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to withdraw yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Rohit Natarajan from Antique Stock Broking. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. Madam, if I understood your opening remarks correctly, you said that this year standalone works awarded is almost like 2,000 crore.
Yes.
Whereas in the beginning of our this fiscal or even for that matter last quarter, we have targeted 6,500 crore to be awarded, and of which if we have done only 2,000, that really speaks that we will have a shortfall of close to 4,500 odd crore, or can it be awarded within 4,500 within 2 months?
The works to the extent of 2,600 crores are in the tendering process.
Okay. This is expected to be awarded in what time?
It sometimes it depends upon the bids also. So we are hopeful that we will be able to award by 31st of March, but it can't. We are hopeful.
Sure. Now let me give you a different picture, madam. We have currently 18,000 crore of works being executed on ground. So of the 18,000 crore, if we don't even do 6,000 crore of order awarding every year, how are we going to achieve revenue growth of 6,000 and 6,000 plus?
You see, the order book is presently 55,000 crore plus, out of which 24,000 is PMC and redevelopment is 30,000 crore. Our experience from Motibag and Kidway Nagar is that the gestation period for these redevelopment programs are pretty high. So definitely, since already 2-3 years have passed and we have the work of major redevelopment of 7 GPRA colonies, and work has started on ground on all the 3 colonies which we are going to construct. We expect that by next year there will be a suitable jump in our turnover revenue.
Sir, I appreciate your comments, but sir, if I have to understand the numbers correctly, 62,000 crore is your order backlog, standalone order backlog, and 240 billion or 24,000 is this cost plus model. But the bigger picture is 18,000 crore is the projects awarded to the contractors, right?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, and out of that 18,000 crore, we were looking to award further 6,500 crore.
Right.
However, we are already short of that number by a big margin, which means the next year's growth will technically speak not be a big jump unless we do something significantly different in redevelopment projects.
No, you see, as far as 7 GPRA colony is concerned, we have almost cleared all the statutory approval. And you are well aware that the Nauroji Nagar and all the colonies were stuck because of court case for almost more than 1.5 years. So all these we have overcome, and now we have a very good chance of from next year to execute the work, because these works are needed to be delivered also.
True. I appreciate that, sir. So my second question is on Amrapali project. I understand this is a 7,500 odd crore kind of a project where you are booking only 2 billion or 200 crore every quarter. Why is this pace of execution so slow? What is the total contract awarded out of Amrapali project as of now?
7,800 crore we have awarded.
7,800 crore is awarded to contractors in Amrapali.
Yeah.
And yet our execution is only 200 crore per quarter.
No, but so far we have executed 2,000 crores.
Yes.
So far we have, no, but what is your quarterly execution?
300 crore approximately per quarter we have been achieving.
Okay, 300 crore is the number that you are achieving in Amrapali every quarter. Okay.
I just would like to add here that actually this will further increase. The funding from the banks are expected in the next 10 to 15 days. So this will definitely be increased now. The execution will be increased in the next quarter.
Sure.
And you need to appreciate that during this, again, the third wave and the NGT bans, frequent NGT bans, had also impacted the revenue, the turnover.
Sure. Sir, then moving on to this EBITDA margin, if I see, Madam, can you just help me with this other income? How much of that other income is booked as dividend but not yet cash realized? The seed money, portion of the seed money part.
This time, actually, if you see the other income, the last year the other income is more just because the dividends were received in the Q3 due to the delay in the AGM.
Okay.
Right? So that's why it is now appearing at some lower levels in this quarter.
Okay, but what is the cash realization out of this other income? Because this is more like an accounting income that is booked, but there is no cash realization against it, right?
Cash realization of what?
The dividend that you have booked from in the other income part. For the seed money. I will give you the update. Actually, so far we have received 180 crores in the financial year 21-22 cash realization. The interest on the seed money and total. What is the amount booked, ma'am?
Sorry, yes. The balance interest accrued is 220 crores, out of which 60 crores has already been sanctioned and we will receive in this quarter, in the fourth quarter.
Sure, ma'am. Thanks a lot. I will get back into the queue if there are more questions.
Thank you. A reminder to participants, if you have any questions, please enter star and 1 on your phone. The next question is from the line of Nitin Gandhi from KIFS Trade Capital. Please go ahead.
Madam, can you share execution of top 10 projects as far as out of 1,600 crore revenue for this quarter is concerned?
The top 10 projects are this Amrapali, Nauroji Nagar, AIMS Deoghar, or Bharat Vandana Park.
Can you tell me figures also?
Yeah. Just. AIMS Bilaspur also, and then there are IIM Visakhapatnam, redevelopment of GPRA at Sarojini Nagar, IIT Bhubaneswar. So these are some of the projects, top 10 projects.
Okay, can I have figures?
Yes. We will share those figures on the mail.
Okay. No issues. Can you tell me how much funding facility will result in a ramp up in Amrapali project? What is it likely to be FY23 execution?
The funds to the tune of 1,800 crores has already been received by NBCC. Yeah. And the SBI CAPS has already sanctioned the 6 projects, and they are funding us 650 crores, and we have also been following up for funding of with the other banks for 1,500 crores, and almost all the formalities have been completed by the banks. We have many meetings with the bankers also, where the lead banker is Bank of Baroda and followed by PNB, SBI, UCO and others banks also. And they will give us the funding in the next, we are hopeful, in the next 10 to 15 days.
And what will be the ramp up in execution for thereafter?
Yes, execution will definitely ramp up.
No, but how much per quarter? Right now you are doing...
Currently we are doing 300 crores, so I can just say that it will definitely ramp up to 500 crores per quarter, to be on the conservative side.
And Narogin?
Another 40% already complete. Narogin 40% work is already done, and the total work done of 750 crores out of 2,000 crores has been completed.
So FY23 will be what? How much?
Yes, so इस साल का कितना है? You are asking this financial year, next financial year?
Next financial year, FY23.
You see, balance work will get completed in next financial year.
Fully?
Yes, sir. We have, in some of the towers, we have achieved the last floor also, casting of last floor. The progress is satisfactory, and despite all odds, we have achieved 40% of the progress.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Parvez Akhtar Qazi from Edelweiss Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Good afternoon and thanks for taking my question. So couple of questions from my side. What will be our consolidated order book currently? At the consolidated level.
Our total order book on consolidated level is around 55,000 crore and standalone is around 56,000 crore.
I'm sorry, so at a consolidated level you are saying 65,000?
65,000 crore.
Okay, and sir, what would be the split between PMC and redevelopment orders in this 65,000 crore?
This is 30,000. You see, out of 65,000 crores, NBCC is 55,000 crores. In NBCC, 25,000 crore is PMC, and redevelopment is 37,000 crores. Sorry, 30,000 crores, and rest HSCC and HSCL, they are all PMC.
They are all got it. So, what would be, in terms of our execution going ahead, what is the kind of numbers that we can achieve at the consolidated level, let's say in FY23?
It will be around 7,500 crores.
We're talking about FY23, right?
21-22.
FY22, got it. And what would be our cash levels at the consolidated level currently?
Cash levels, yes. We are having 4,900 crores of cash and bank balances at consolidated level, out of which 4,000 crores pertains to our client advances, and rest is lying in the non-dedicated account, out of which we can say 500 crores is our own money.
Okay. And how much seed money have we invested in various projects?
908 crores we have invested in Nauroji Nagar, and some portion is invested in Gomti Nagar railway station project, around 36 crores, and some more money in this one of the other projects in, I'm just recalling the name. Yeah, like 10 crores is also invested in one of the other projects.
Got it. And last question, how do we expect our margin trajectory going ahead?
Okay, now the COVID situation has improved a lot, and we have been able to now working at our full capacity currently. So we are very hopeful that we will be able to achieve in the coming quarter and in the next financial year at a better margins and better.
One thing, out of this 65,000 crore order books, how many orders have already been awarded to contractors?
16,500 crore is ongoing work, and tendering will be doing around further tendering. कितना बोला था ना?
अभी ये जो है 2,500 crore.
2,500 crore.
अंदर.
Oh, okay. That's it from my side. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Rajiv Rupani from Individual Investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. I had a question. The company has a land bank of about 58 acres in Jaipur, Alwar and Coimbatore. So, what is the update on that, and are we going to develop this land bank?
You see, definitely we are going to develop these land banks, and we were planning to develop Jaipur first because that is going to give better profit. But since the real estate market has just started picking up, so now we will be planning to take up at least Jaipur at first instance.
Okay, I have a follow-up question. What is the land bank in Jaipur, Alwar and Coimbatore? Could you give us separately?
Can we mail it?
Okay, I'll ask the question in mail. And I had a follow-up question. Earlier you had told about the NBCC tying up with Hemisphere for development of their land bank. So any update on that, sir?
Please repeat your question.
In the earlier Concall, you had said that the NBCC is in talks with Hemisphere Properties, the demerged part of VSNL,
Yes,
for the development of their land bank. So any update on that?
Yeah, actually Hemisphere Properties has contacted NBCC, and we are doing due diligence for their 4 land parcels. 2 in Delhi, 1 in Greater Kailash, and another in Chhatarpur, and Chennai and Pune. So due diligence and market study is currently going on. Once we get the market report, then we will be approaching Hemisphere Properties with the development metrics, and we will plan the construction activity accordingly.
So by when this due diligence is expected to get over?
Within 2.5 to 3 months, we will submit the report. All the 4 reports will be submitted to them for their final approval.
Thank you. I'll get back in the queue.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Kumar, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. My question is regarding the overseas orders. As I understand, these overseas orders are with higher margins. So I would like to ask that starting from which quarter would we see a greater contribution to our bottom line from these overseas orders? As in, which quarter is it expected?
Actually, we received the highest value order of 130 million from Maldives. That is social housing project. And currently the tendering for 2 packages is completed, and mobilization is going on. Contractor is mobilizing. 1.5 months we are giving for mobilization, 30 to 35 days. And we expect that the turnover will start coming from March next financial year onward.
All right. Probably from Q1 of the coming financial year?
Yes. Q1 of next financial year.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Rohit Natarajan from Antique Stock Broking. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you, madam. Thank you for this follow-up conference. There is actually a auditor remark. This is more to do with qualified statement regarding irregularities in project being executed by company, and the consequent referral is being made to Vigilance Department. Note number 7. What is it, madam? If you could give us some explanation on it.
No, actually, it is with regard to IIT Kharagpur project, where the company has taken the call and the matter has since been sorted out. And it is a normal process in case if some procedural lapses are found out, so then the vigilance inquiries were initiated against all the officers who are involved in it. But as far as the accounting part is concerned, so there is no financial impact in the books of the company.
Okay. Then the auditors also make some remarks on the real estate unsold inventory, unfavorable condition, and deterioration in valuation of close to 20% of the value that you are carrying on your books. So is this something material in nature? Do you see that impacting subsequently in the future quarters to come by? Note number 4, note number 5.
Which project you are speaking about, right?
This is really, I see this in the auditor's comment, emphasis of matter, where they say note number 4 regarding that there is a carrying value of 87 crore. This has got some want of environmental clearance and other some things stuck up over there. And also 57 odd crore or somewhere on that amount is unsold over 5 years due to unfavorable marketing conditions, and this could result in deterioration of your value.
You are talking about note number 5.
Note number 4.
4, no, yeah. I will brief you. Actually, this is one of the projects in Kochi where actually some court case was filed where the stay was granted by the Supreme Court on the grant of environmental clearance. So that stay has since been vacated, and NBCC has filed the environmental clearance application under the violation case, and that is under process, and we are hopeful that we will get in this quarter itself, and then we will be able to move ahead in this project, right? So, so far today's position is concerned, I am very hopeful that there will be no financial impact on the company's financial statement. Then there is a second project of Alwar. There is an issue of completion certificate which is under process. For that also, company is pursuing vigorously with the authorities, local authorities, and the efforts are being made to get it at the earliest.
Sure. Madam, coming back to this order backlog, I was given an impression that the company has 62,000 crore of order backlog at standalone level, with 400 billion in redevelopment and 220 odd billion in your cost plus model. Or 40,000 crore, 22,000 crore. But the revised number looks significantly different. Why is it so much?
No, our order book, as we have just told, is 55,000 crore, 56,000 crore.
55,000 crore. That means there is a 7,000 crore reduction made from the previous quarter commentary.
Yeah, after our PMC is around 25,000 crore and redevelopment is around 30,000 crore.
Okay. Is there any de-scoping of work done in your existing order backlog?
Pardon?
Scope of work reduced in your order backlog over the last one quarter?
No, actually we have actually the financial year, and we have actually reviewed the order book position, and the projects which were not getting materialized or which were kept on hold by the client, we have done the pruning of those projects, and around 6,000 crore of projects we found which were not going to materialize in near future or coming years. So we have deleted them. And that's why our order book stands now at 46,000 crore. 55,000 crore.
55,000 crore. Okay. So which projects were those projects?
Which projects? There were a lot of other projects. Some were in Uttarakhand, some was LCMC in Delhi. These were two, three. One was Mahatma Gandhi International Convention Center in Africa, at 9 locations. So all these total loss around 6,000 crore.
Okay. That's helpful, sir. And also, what was the order inflow in this year?
Sorry?
This year also.
This year we have achieved around 4,800 crore.
4,800 crore.
Yes.
Okay. Great, sir. That's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. Participants, if you wish to ask a question, please enter star and 1. The next question is from the line of Rajiv Rupani, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. I have a follow-up question on Hemisphere Properties. You said the due diligence is on. So are we the only company in the fray for development of Hemisphere Property Land Bank?
Yeah, at the moment, Hemisphere Properties has contacted NBCC and we are involved in due diligence studies.
Okay. And I have one more question. In the Feb 21 Concall which I had attended, you had said that you had mentioned about stalled projects of Unitech. So any update on that?
Foreign project?
Unitech.
Stalled projects of Unitech.
No. Nothing.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thank you. As there are no further questions, I now hand the conference over to Mr. Anshuman Ashit for closing comments.
Thanks, Tanvi. On behalf of ICICI Securities, I would like to thank the management of NBCC for giving us the opportunity to host this call. I would also like to thank all the participants for joining in. In case you have any further questions, feel free to contact Mr. Balkrishna Singla, the Investor Relations Officers of NBCC. Thank you, and we will now end the call.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. On behalf of ICICI Securities, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.